There's two types of people who post content. The first person is someone who doesn't really have a strategy. They probably copy other videos that have performed well. They try to hire a really good editor to make their videos look good. But for some reason, their content just doesn't perform well. It doesn't get that many views, doesn't bring in many leads, and their personal brand just really isn't growing. And now there's a second person. Now this person knows exactly what they need to post. And for some reason, whenever they do post, their brand grows, the video gets views, and leads just come pouring in. So what's the biggest difference between the two? Is it the quality of the video? Nope. Is it the quality of edits? Nope. Is it posting 3 times a day? Nope. It's having the ability to know exactly what to say and how to say it. And in this video, I'm going to cover 3 things that you can implement as soon as possible to help you create content that converts for your coaching business and marketing agency. If this is your first time on the channel, my name is Julian Corzo and I help coaches, consultants, and agencies scale with our proven marketing systems. Now let's dive in. So let's go over the first point. And the first point is you need to understand the foundation and the fundamentals of why people actually buy from people. Why are people going to buy from you? You need to understand that. Now in today's world, especially in the online space, people are buying from people that they actually like. They're buying from people that they can see themselves going to coffee with, especially in today's world where the internet is getting over competitive. There's a lot of people selling stuff and a lot of people have gotten scammed. So people are buying off of emotion and buying off of trust more than ever before. So that's why you need to position yourself and your brand as someone who can connect with the people that you're trying to target. And the way that you do this is by being transparent. It's by being real. It's by showing behind the scenes. It's by displaying personal stories. And it's just by being authentic and relatable. A great example of this is YouTube, for example. There is a kind of trend going on where videos that didn't have a thumbnail and they didn't have an editing style, those videos were performing really well. And it was just someone sitting on the camera spitting some sauce. Whether it was value, whether it's a story, whatever the case is, those videos were very trendy. And the reason for that is it's because it's very real. You can feel it. You can relate to it. You can really understand someone for who they are with those types of videos. And that is huge. That is huge for relatability. So you need to learn how to relate to your audience in the most efficient way possible. You also need to understand the different types of buying stages. The marketing legend Eugene Schwartz is someone who came up with this. Well, I think he came up with this. It's unaware, problem aware, solution aware, and product aware. Now, at each different stage requires different types of content. For example, unaware, they don't know that they have a problem. So you need to educate them on why they have the problem. For example, let's just say I'm having migraines frequently, but I don't really know why. I just think it's like, oh, it's me. It's just another bad day. But I don't really understand the problem with it. I just don't know. And then all of a sudden I see a YouTube video going over why you are having migraines. And in that video shows that I might have a problem with my, I don't know, my gut or something, right? I might have high blood pressure. That video is a video that's targeting unaware people. So now I am aware that, oh wow, okay, I think I might have high blood pressure. And that goes on to the second one, which is problem aware. They know the problem, but they don't have the solution, okay? So now I have a migraine, I know what the problem is, but I don't know how to actually solve that problem. I don't know how to actually lower my blood pressure. So now this is where I'm going to look for solutions. I'm going to start searching up on YouTube how to lower my blood pressure. Now that is solution aware, okay? They know the solutions, but they don't know who to trust. This is why you need to show people that you are the best with this type of market. So I've done my research and I've watched several YouTube videos on how to lower my blood pressure. And now I came up with the conclusion that I need to go to a doctor. Okay, every YouTube video that I have watched has said that I need to go to a doctor. And then that goes on to the next one, which is product aware. They are considering options. I know that I need this. I know that I need to go to a doctor. And now I'm weighing out my options on which doctor I should go to and which doctor I should spend money on. And that again requires different type of content. So that's why you need to understand and really ask yourself, the audience that I'm trying to target, are they unaware? Are they problem aware? Are they solution aware? Or are they product aware? Now, us entrepreneurs, we're typically always going after the people who are product aware and solution aware. Those are typically the people who are the most sophisticated. Entrepreneurs are typically always solution and product aware. We're very risk adverse. We're always looking for solutions to things that, we're always looking to spend money basically. But the real money is made when you can tap into the problem aware and unaware side of things. You know that you're really really good at marketing when you're really able to paint a picture to your audience that they have a problem. It's like, oh wow, I didn't even think about it that way. Okay, maybe I do have a problem. And then you provide them a solution. Regardless, each point or each part of the buying stages requires different types of content. You also need to make sure that you are pre-selling with your content, okay? So people, especially in today's day and age, they are typically making the decision to buy before they even hop on a call with you, before they even go out to the checkout link. They have typically already made that decision. And the way that they have made that decision is in their mind, they have made a connection that I have a problem, I need to get it fixed, you're the solution. And they've already answered all of the limiting beliefs that was stopping them, and they've already answered all of the objections that they've had. So when people buy from you, you need to understand that you need to answer all of their limiting beliefs, you need to shift their beliefs, and you also need to pre-handle any objections that they might have with your content. Again, the way that you do that is you need to relate to these people, because when you're able to relate to them, and that's when they kind of take their guard down and they're more receptive to information and solutions. And then that's when you're really able to go in there and pre-frame their thinking, answer limiting beliefs, and answer any objections that they might have. And again, right now in today's online space, people are buying off of emotion. Somebody else might have a way better product, they might have better results, but they just might like that person a little bit more who has less case studies and less results, right? It's an emotional buy. But you also need to be able to back it up with logic. And the way that you do that is by showing case studies and showing proof of concept that you're actually able to do what you're promising on. So that is why people buy from you. People think that you are the solution to their problem, and they need to be able to relate to you. They need to like you. People buy from people they like. Now let's go over the second thing. In order to make content that converts and makes you more money, you need to truly understand your audience. You need to understand who your ICP is. And there's a few ways that you can do this. The first way is by reviewing all of your sales calls. Now, why do you need to do this? Well, with your content, you need to be able to speak in their language. You need to say the words that they would say. You need to say the phrases that they would say. Because if you're doing these things, again, that is what's going to allow your audience to really relate to you. Be like, oh, this guy gets me. Oh, this guy speaks just like me. Oh, I like this guy. But the only way that you're able to do that is if you truly understand who your ICP is. Because again, different industries and different pockets of the market, they say things a little bit different than other pockets of the market, right? Like I might say revenue, someone might say EBITDA, someone might say profit. Like all of these things really matter when they truly do matter. So you want to be able to speak like them. You want to say the phrases that they would say. You want to say the analogies that they can relate to. And you also need to understand what type of content they're going to resonate with. Now, for example, I know this one person who makes highly sophisticated content. Like he is very, very smart and he has a lot of wisdom to share, but his videos are super highly edited. And if you look in the market or industry that he's currently in, the people who are crushing it in the game, they aren't doing this super highly edited content. They're doing more of that raw content, that iPhone content, like just more, I guess you can say just more natural type of content. But he is trying to go for this super high, super hyper edited type of stuff. And it just isn't working for him. And you need to understand why. And it's because the market that he's going after probably just doesn't really resonate with the type of content that he's making. Even though the information that he's saying is super valuable and it should be getting a lot more views and it should, like his brand should be growing, the problem is his audience doesn't want to see that type of content. For example, if you're in the content space and maybe you're trying to attract, I don't know, editors and stuff, then yeah, you want to make hyper edited content. But if you're a CEO and you're trying to attract other CEOs, maybe these CEOs aren't really going to kind of resonate or like that hyper edited type of content. Another thing you need to understand is who does your audience associate themselves with? Because again, that's when you're able to really dial in your content. That's when you're really able to dial it in to get the views, to grow your brand. For example, if you know who your audience likes to associate themselves with, like for example, let's just say your audience likes to associate themselves with like Luke Belmar, then you can make some content here and there utilizing his name in your hooks, right? Like, oh, this is how Luke Belmar is able to scale Capital Club with this advertising strategy. Well, if your audience associates themselves with like Luke Belmar and like these other people, then you can leverage their names to then pull more attraction to yourself, pull more views to yourself, utilize their authority to help you become an authority. All of those things are things that are going to really help you become an authority in your specific industry so you can grow your brand, you can get more views and generate more leads with your content. Now, for those of you who haven't been on many sales calls, or you don't even really hop on sales calls, like maybe you have like a software company and you really want to figure out, okay, how can I truly understand my ICP? How can I understand what they talk or how they talk, what they believe in, who do they associate themselves with, and like all of these other things. In the description below, I'm going to have a link to our custom GPT. Now, this custom GPT is something that we use for our clients. So whenever a client gets onboarded, we have them fill out a full onboarding form. And that onboarding form is just basically questions about their offer, their ICP, their business, all of those things. We then use all of that information and we place it into the custom GPT, and that GPT is going to spit out a full in-depth analysis. It is a super good breakdown of your whole ICP, and you can leverage that to then further, really understand who they are, their pain points, their goals, all of that valuable information. So if you want access to that, just click the link down below. But once you're really able to understand who your ICP is, you're able to understand what objections they have, what are their limiting beliefs, then you're able to make content that just absolutely smashes those limiting beliefs. You want to shift their beliefs before they even hop on a sales call with your team or with yourself. Now, this is how your sales calls turn into onboarding calls, because you've already answered all of the questions that they've had with your content. That's all marketing really is. If you're able to answer all of their objections with your content, you are going to win. For example, let's just say that your audience, let's just say you're targeting day traders. You have a coaching offer, and one of their limiting beliefs is, oh, I feel like I need to have a lot of money in order to day trade, whatever the case is, right? That's just an example. Then you would make content on how maybe this person went from literally only having $10 in his account to over $100,000 by day trading with this specific method. Now, what that's going to do is subconsciously people are going to see that and be like, oh, if he only had $10, well, I only have $10 too, then I can do that as well. Okay, great. Boom, you just smashed a limiting belief of theirs. There's many ways that you can do this, but for you guys to really understand the core concept is make sure that you write out all of the objections that you would possibly get. Or with this ICP analysis GPT that we've created, you can use that and you can ask ChatGPT, what objections would my audience give me, or would my ICP give me? And then just make content on all that stuff. Now, the last thing that you guys need to know, and this is point number 3 on how to create content that's going to convert, is by utilizing something called the content leverage funnel. Now, this is the funnel that we use to scale all of the companies that we work with, and it's mixing organic content with paid ads. Now, I know that you guys came to watch this video just to learn about organic content, but let me tell you, every successful business that I know pairs content with paid ads. It is a literal machine. Now, why do you want to do this? Well, let me be very clear here. There's 3 forms of leverage that Naval Ravikant talks about. There's manual labor, right? This is like cold DMs, cold outreach, doing everything manually. There's money. That is the second form. That can be like hiring people to do the cold outreach for you. And then there's media and code. So content, advertising, and AI. That is the maximum form of leverage, the highest form. Now, when you're able to pair those 2 up, then that's when you have a system that's always going to prospect for you, generate attention, put you in front of your prospect's eyes, going to build trust with that audience, and then pre-sell that audience for you, right? Smashing all of their limiting beliefs and objections. Now, that's where you want to be. That's how you scale. Because here's the thing with organic, the problem with organic, and I love organic, you should always do organic because it's free. Well, it's technically not free because you got to pay your editors and stuff. You don't have the certainty with organic content that it is 100% going to be seen by your ICP. And that's the problem with organic. Sometimes your videos aren't going to get views, or they do get views, but the views aren't like super qualified views. Like maybe it's a lot of like third world people following you. Like if a video does go viral, and it's just like low quality lead flow. And like that is the problem you could face with organic content. I've seen a lot of businesses transform where they've only relied on organic content and they just implemented ads, and their business literally 2-3x'd in like 30 days. Because the thing is with ads, they have predictability. You're paying for your ads to be shown to the people you actually want to attract. And you know for a fact that people are going to see it. It's a play to make game here. So again, with ads, you have predictability that your offer is getting seen. And then with organic content, which should always be made, yes, Yes, it can generate UIs, but my thing is with organic content is really designed to just build massive trust and nurture your current audience. And once you mix those two, you have a 24/7 marketing system that is always going to work for you. Because here's the thing, as a founder of a company, nobody is going to sell as good as you are. No closer is going to sell better than you are because nobody cares about your company as much as you do. But that's why you need to leverage content and ads, because you're able to infinitely replicate yourself to put yourself in front of people's face. Because with content, if you want to make content that converts, you want to focus a lot more on the marketing side. See, the big problem a lot of people, a lot of businesses have is they focus a lot more on the sales side instead of the marketing side. I like to focus a lot more on the marketing side, so sales is easy for me, right? If I can pre-sell all of my prospects, I can answer any limiting beliefs, nurture all the things that I've said before. If you can do that before a sales call, that's how you're able to scale. But if you want to learn more on the content leverage funnel, I'm going to have a video pop up right here where it's pretty much a video just kind of me breaking down the whole funnel and how you can implement it yourself. But with that being said, if you have any more questions or any other things that you want to learn when it comes down to building marketing systems, content, and ads, please make sure to comment them down below, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.